Welcome to Beyond Her Story on Wonder Woman Wednesday. We have seen many guests in the past who have transitioned from software engineers to different fields, nutritionists, women leaders. Our guest today is Kavitha Ravindra, and she has transitioned from a software engineer, a project manager, a German language teacher, to currently a hypnotherapist. Yeah, doesn't that sound interesting? So let's learn more about how she has transitioned and the reason behind her transition. Welcome, Kavitha, to Beyond Her Story. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much, Neha. Thank you for providing this platform where I can reach out to your audience. Thank you so much.
So let's start from the beginning. And, every journey has a story behind it.
Right.
And the story is led by different reasons.
Right.
So how did your transition happen in terms of, you have been a software engineer for around 11, 12 years?
Yes.
And then you did the transition. So maybe we can start with, how did that happen?
Well, I'll share the story with you. To begin with, I was always fascinated with the human mind and the thoughts, So I strongly believe that my thoughts create my reality. And if my life is good, it's because of my thoughts. And if my life is not going great, it's again because of the negative thoughts that I'm creating in my mind. So nowadays you would have seen that people talk a lot about manifestation, right? There are so many books out there, and there are so many videos out there, and so many coaches. You may be surprised if I say that this is something which came very naturally to me.
Okay.
And I was not aware of it, until there came a point in my life where I started questioning how and why. So at the same time, I also observed that, our thoughts have the ability to alter our biology. I mean to say, I can create diseases with the thoughts alone, in my body. And I was also successful in healing my issues, my health issues with a thought alone.
Yeah.
So I used to always follow my thoughts, and I used to wonder, what is it that I'm doing differently? How am I able to cure myself? What is leading to this particular issue in my life? This is where the quest started. And I understood, yes, I have unknowingly mastered this ability to follow my thoughts and control my thoughts. But there came a point, Sneha, in my life where I was on a roller coaster ride. I was so disappointed with the people around me, with the circumstances around me. There was a lot of competition, maybe comparison, jealousy, maybe. And I was not ready to accept it, and I was very angry in my life, maybe in my professional place, as well as with my family members, the people around me. This is when I sit down and I ask myself, Kavitha, you need to rediscover yourself again. I need to find out, what was I doing earlier? Why was my life so peaceful? Well, I was manifesting, but my desires, my needs were very small, and I was happy in my little world. Okay. So I wanted my happiness back. And when this discovery started, I also had many of my metaphysical experiences to understand that I'm more than my body. There is consciousness beyond my body, and I continue to exist even after my death.
Yeah.
So that led me to this profession where I am today.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my story to begin with.
Kavitha, is there something you need to do to become a hypnotherapist, some certification or some courses or something?
Yes, Neha, it is very important to have an appropriate certification to pick up this profession, So I've been trained by Rashi Sharma and Arjun Sharma from Soul Consciousness Lab.
Okay.
They are my teachers, my spiritual mentors, and also my professional mentors. Apart from this, I'm also certified by NGH USA and IPHM UK. I'm not only certified them, but I'm also an active member of these two prestigious international organizations.
Okay. Yeah. The first question that comes to my mind is, what is hypnosis?
Oh, I know. And not many people get scared
Yeah.
when we talk about hypnosis, because it all comes from the stage shows and the movies that people, people have seen. Well, hypnosis is a very relaxed state. It's a state that we experience in our day-to-day life.
Okay.
So let me make a statement when I say this, that there is no person who is alive today who has not been hypnotized yet. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Does that interest you?
Yeah, a lot.
So it is similar to how you feel when you're watching TV.
Mhm.
Okay, it is similar when you are listening to a song or reading a book, or probably when you're daydreaming, that you're so lost in what you're doing, and all that you want to do is to be in that world, not bothering that your mom is calling you, but you don't hear that.
Correct.
Hasn't that
Yeah,
happened
a
to you
lot of
many
times.
times? Yes, that is exactly how it feels. So, to answer your question, hypnosis is a process which is done by a trained hypnotist or a trained hypnotherapist. And this process involves taking a person into a very deep state of relaxation with a focused concentration. Yeah. The concentration, when I say, you are only concentrating on what the hypnotherapist is telling you or asking you. Okay. So, this state can bring about uh, behavioral changes with the positive affirmations or with the positive suggestions that is being implanted or that is being told to your subconscious mind.
Understood.
It can bring about the required changes, maybe emotional changes, relationship changes, the requirements to get rid of your fear or phobias, basically to improve upon anything that you really want to work upon. So that can be done by tapping into your subconscious mind with the help of this therapy.
Okay, so does it mean that things like stage fear and
Absolutely. See, this issue can be addressed very easily, by implanting the appropriate suggestions.
Okay.
Yes.
So what I understand is there are multiple types of
Oh, yes.
hypnotherapy.
Yes.
So I think you had mentioned that there's something called clinical, and there are other types which I don't know, and which I'm sure you'll let us know that what are the different kinds of hypnotherapy.
Yes. Clinical hypnotherapy basically focuses on your immediate concerns.
Okay.
Like, imagine I have to perform somewhere in the stage and I have this fear and I need to get rid of this stage fear. Yes, you go to a therapist. The therapist can implant the positive suggestions, the required changes that can bring about the personality change, that you are no more afraid to perform in front of the larger audience. Okay, so imagine the exam fear, or the fear to undergo surgery, or my addictions like smoking, drinks, alcoholism, the drug addictions and things like that. So you can bring about changes in all those areas.
Okay.
Whereas I'm also trained in transpersonal hypnotherapy. This is a very vast area, very, very, very vast area. And my love, I'm more inclined towards, transpersonal hypnotherapy. I'll tell you why. Because this therapy is mainly interested in looking at the root cause of the problem that you're bringing to my table.
Understood.
Yeah. Because there has to be a reason. Imagine that as a child in a dark room, if I would have heard some weird sound, no matter I'm 40, 50, 60 years old, still I'll not be comfortable being alone in the dark room. So that was a trigger. So probably I don't know that. I would have forgotten that, So what happens in transpersonal hypnotherapy is that I want to know if the root cause is in the current life or the past life. Okay. When it comes to current life, did it happen during the adult life? Did it happen during their childhood? Or did it even happen when the child was in the mother's womb? That is also very important, because when we are in the mother's womb, we are like a sponge, a delicate sponge, which can absorb everything in the form of emotion. Because emotions, our thoughts are very important. If I don't get to know what exactly is the root cause, then I take them back to their past lives. Okay. Because what I have observed is that 95% of the issues that we face in our life comes from our past lives, and only 5% comes from the current life. I'll tell you why. Because our personality is a sum total of all our experiences, not only of this life, but also of our past lives. Okay. See, I'll give you a small example. You would have seen twins, they are born together, they were together, same upbringing, same parents. In spite of that, they have different personalities. Ideally, that should not be the case, right?
If it's only environment, then both should
be the case. That's because of their past lives. They have certain belief systems, certain liking, dislikes, So that's why we are all different. Okay. So that for the same event, we all may react differently.
Correct. Absolutely. Yeah. So that is transpersonal.
That is transpersonal hypnotherapy. And I also do integrated hypnotherapy.
Okay.
So that takes best of clinical hypnotherapy as well as transpersonal hypnotherapy, because some may not be appreciating the transpersonal hypnotherapy. They may be scared that I don't want to be visiting my past life and things like that. So when we begin the therapy, we get to know that there is more to my personality. There is more to this issue. So then the client later on feels comfortable and opens up saying that let's go and explore transpersonal hypnotherapy as well.
Okay.
So, yes. Yeah.
Okay. It's really interesting. I think the way you said that we absorb a lot of things and all, is it that it is, this is what I'd read in some books, that it gets programmed into your subconscious mind.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes, it's absolutely. You got it right. Spot on. So see, we have a conscious minds, we have our unconscious minds, and also subconscious mind. Okay. Conscious mind is the one with which we do the day-to-day basic things, like you're asking me the questions with your conscious mind. Yeah. Our logical mind, our analytical mind, and it is very limited in its capacity. It helps you to run the show, and it has even very short-term memory as well. Okay. The unconscious mind takes care of my digestion, my heartbeats, my brain, such
like involuntary,
where you don't have to pay your attention. Yeah. So subconscious mind is really, I call it the all-knowing mind. It is a huge repository of data, and it has all the experience that we have collected from our not only this lifetime but also past lifetimes. Okay, so all the experiences, all the belief systems, everything is stored, because whenever I experience a very happy memory or a sad memory, a traumatic memory, my subconscious mind takes a snapshot of that and it stores within it forever. Happy memories are good, but when it comes to unhappy memories, traumatic memories, all that wants to do is to alert you. Yeah. Be careful. You got drowned probably last time. Yeah. Be careful with this. Be careful when you're driving probably. You might be in an accident last time. It just doesn't stop you from doing, Yeah. But,
somewhere it's like we say, it's at the back of our mind.
Exactly. It remains with you and it wants to help you. But we take it the other way. We just run away from that situation, from those people, those circumstances. When we transcend, by getting to know the root cause of the issue vanishes forever, and we can lead a very happy life thereafter.
So does it mean that when you do this hypnotherapy, you reprogram the subconscious mind?
Absolutely. Yeah. Hypnotherapy is all about reprogramming our subconscious mind and taking away all that which does not serve you anymore, so that you can live your life to the fullest.
I think that is the main thing about our life, right? We hold on to a lot of things.
Absolutely. We hold on to so many unwanted emotions, thoughts, and, we just react according to that. Because have you not observed that most of us are living in our past or in the future? We hardly,
present is
not at all there. Yeah. So if you have that awareness in this present moment, then it can make a big change. It can be a game changer.
Also, Kavitha, I think when it comes to hypnosis, or hypnosis mainly, hypnotherapy is, I think, a technical term for it. When we talk about hypnosis, there are a lot of myths associated with it.
Absolutely.
So what are the most common myths that we see?
Do you have anything in your mind when I talk about hypnosis? Does anything come to you?
You can control my mind and then make me do things, because that is what I have seen.
I know that is how I have seen as well. Until I picked up this therapy, that is what I thought, that my therapist will be able to take control of my mind and I will be acting accordingly.
That's what you imagine when you talk about it.
I know. I completely agree with you. You got it right. So no. The thing is that we have all the control within us, and the therapist has no control at all. Okay. So therapist can only relax you. Therapist can relax you to such a state where you're so relaxed that therapist can talk to your subconscious mind to bring about all the required changes that is needed. Okay. So you don't just do the weird things like how they show it in the movies or stage shows. Yeah. And you don't fall asleep. And you always have this authority to share whether to share or whether not to share anything that comes to your mind. You're so clear about what you're thinking or what is coming to your mind. Okay, so I'll tell you, if I tell you that even if the therapist dies in the process, okay, you can still get up, you can still open your eyes, and you can just walk away. There's nothing like therapist has to be physically present to take you out of that hypnotic state. It doesn't work like that. Okay. So rest assured, it is a very, very relaxed state and a beautiful process.
Okay. It's not that you're stuck in it.
You never get stuck in the hypnotic state. Let me tell you, because this session takes 3 to 4 hours or a little more than that sometimes. And even if my clients want to take a bathroom break, I allow them, because they can come back, they can open their eyes whenever they want to. You know, any fear or any uncomfortable feeling they feel, or some headaches, if at all, you know, out of the fear or anxiety, they can always share it with me. So they know everything that is happening around us, and they have the complete control within them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good to know, you know, because we are fed with all these things which we see, we hear, we perceive, and that becomes a belief.
That is only for entertainment purpose, so don't worry.
No, and that becomes a belief, right?
It becomes a belief system, I know.
Yeah. Kavitha, I think in this conversation, one thing that caught my attention is about past life. And as far as we understand, there are lot of previous lives, as you mentioned, and we have read it in a lot of books and scriptures as well.
Yes.
So is there a particular past life I can talk about, or how does that work?
Interesting question. Yes, because many do come to me asking me, I just want to experience past life, you know, can you do that for me? Then I tell them that it is like I go to the Google and I just tell, show me something, you know, and Google is so confused. It doesn't know what to return. You know? I need to have a right keyword for it to return the right search results, right?
Spoken like a true software engineer. Understood.
So I need to have an intention with me. Why am I so scared of water? Why am I so scared of flying? Why do I just don't get along with my mother? Why can't I just stand my mother-in-law? Why do I simply hate this friend of mine? I just don't understand. You know, there is definitely a reason. When you put that keyword into the subconscious mind, then it takes you to that slot of the memory from where, you know, information is relayed back to you. Because I have had certain people who came to me out of curiosity, and they did see certain scenes and some visuals, you know, but they were not able to relate that to anything, and they kind of rejected. This is something, you know, I'm not able to relate. Imagine that you are a crorepati now, and you saw yourself begging in the streets of Bombay, and you would be like, oh, I must be rich now because I've done a lot of punya in my life, you know. I've accumulated a lot of punya, and that is why I'm so rich. But what I see in my past doesn't go with my belief system. But that is not how things work. Correct. We come here to learn different things, to experience different things, you know. So it works so differently. Okay. So I wouldn't suggest anyone to come to me with no intention at all, because you will get disappointed. I would say that.
Yeah. So you're saying that instead of saying I want to go to a particular past life, it's to say that I've come with this intention, and that is what we need
that
to
is
look
how subconscious mind works. Yes.
Okay. Now this has made me even more curious. So how does one experience their past life?
Oh, good question. And let me tell you, the experience is going to be unique to every person, because we would have read different versions of how someone experienced their past life. Some might be just visual, that they can see everything. It may play out like a video for some people, you know. But there are many other people who just know about it, and they feel the emotions. They're just feelers. They just know about it. Interesting fact is that some can even smell, you know, and some are even audible. They can hear the conversations. So it depends on client to client. So I encourage them to go with anything that comes to them. You may be visual, just go with it. You may just know it. Go with that knowing. Let's explore. Okay. So it's different for different clients. Yes. Okay. Yes.
So I think it's mostly the 5 sense organs is what you spoke
absolutely.
about, right?
Yes.
Visual or audible.
Yes. I'll just feel that I know it, because I've seen people crying and feeling that pain and experiences, and there are many instances where what they said got validated later on. I had a client who said that I lived in Rajasthan, and this was the palace, and this palace has this particular art, the drawing placed in this particular place, like a sun. And later on, when she Googled, that information was validated. So you just have to go with information that comes through and believe in it, because our conscious mind definitely questions what is coming through, because your conscious mind is still there, but it is in a relaxed state. But we can do the analysis later on once the therapy is done. Okay, let's go with the flow and explore.
Okay. So what I understood, Kavitha, is that we come with an intention, and then maybe there's something in our past life that is holding us back.
Absolutely, yes.
And is it that through these therapies we can resolve those issues and come out of it, or something like that?
Yes, because see, one thing that I want to say is that the moment you visit the therapist, the healing doesn't happen. It's an ongoing process, okay? Because whatever is coming through in the therapy, that has to be assimilated, that has to be accepted. Okay, when that acceptance happens, we may have to go through emotionally painful phase, and that does not go away in a matter of say 3 to 4 hours of the session. But you will have this greater understanding that this was a root cause why this happened. And healing also happens in the process of this therapy. We go to a spiritual plane, energy plane, where we kind of I ask them, what is the lesson that you have learned from the experience that you just had? A lot of analysis happens, a lot of questions being asked, and so at that, during the therapy itself, healing can happen. You'll have that greater understanding why, but it will take a week's time, 15 days, for a few months for them to understand and assimilate. Once it happens, it is forever. You take that completely out of your subconscious mind. Yes.
So you have to have multiple sessions to...
It's good to have multiple sessions, because in the first session, my client is really curious how the session happens. So they may not believe in it, and they would have had a great experience during the session. So with that hesitance that they had before coming or meeting me, I wouldn't say that it would help them 100%. So it's good to have 2-3 sessions. When you get comfortable with the therapist and the process that is involved, it gets easier for them to let go everything.
I think it makes sense, actually. But is this possible to do online by any chance?
Oh yes. Frankly speaking, there is no difference between online sessions and face-to-face sessions. You need to have a space for yourself and set aside say 3 to 4 hours for yourself. Because it takes a lot of time. Initial counseling that happens. I need to know about client and their, all about their life. And then, we may have to visit childhood, adulthood, and past lives, couple of past lives, maybe 1 or 2 or 3. So it takes a lot of time. Yes, I do perform online sessions as well. So one can save the time.
Traveling time.
Traveling time.
Especially in Bangalore.
I know. But the only thing I would say is that you need to have good Wi-Fi connection, headset with a mic, so that I can hear them properly. Otherwise, I don't see any difference in online or face-to-face sessions.
So this, what we spoke about, is the transpersonal hypnotherapy. So for clinical therapy, hypnotherapy, does it take lesser time because it's just one?
Yes, relatively lesser time. So it can be completed within an hour.
Okay, because you'll be only targeting that part.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly. Yes.
That's really nice. I think the information has been very wonderful, and I have read about these things in a lot of books, but to know about it from a person who's doing it herself is really a nice feeling. So thank you so much, Kavitha.
Thank you, Sneha.
And I'm sure there are a lot of people who would want to reach out to you, and we'll leave the link.
Yes, we'll do that. So as of now, I don't have my website yet. I'm in the process of building it due to my own interest in pursuing my spiritual journey. But I've been told that I need to go out now and reach out to larger audience, because people really need it to let go and lead a better life.
True. We can put the LinkedIn link so that people can message you.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Connect
can do that.
with
Yes.
This has been amazing, Kavitha. Is there some message that you would like to share with our viewers?
Well, Yes, definitely, Sneha. Now that I've done multiple sessions with my clients and my own experiences with my own life, so it hurts me. It really hurts me when I say that. Um, how should I say? I see people coming life after life after life, trying to learn the same lessons. You know, we are not ready to let go. We are not ready to forgive and forget. There's so much anger within us. This is making us write the same exam multiple times. We come life after life after life. So why can't we just let go and relax ourselves, so that we can lead our life, we can create our life like how we want it, instead of catering to unwanted emotions.
Correct.
So I really want people to take this therapy very seriously and give it a try and see how you can be benefited. So it's a beautiful journey for me, at least, because I was left brained. I even questioned my own experiences. But again, when I look at it now, when I look back, definitely I wouldn't have been in this profession without my own experiences, where I had to validate everything. So I'm grateful, I'm happy. So that's just what I wanted to share with you.
Yeah. Thank you, Kavitha, for sharing everything that, we had it in the back of my minds and did not know whom to ask for. I think you've answered most of the questions. I'm sure our viewers will have a lot of other questions too. And I think they can leave it in the comment and we can have one more session where we address those questions.
Thank you, Sneha. It was a pleasure meeting you and sharing information about my work. So thank you so much once again.
Yeah, thank you.